I'm Kerry Lund. I live at 565 South, 500 East. It was really refreshing to see all these young people today that came and were sworn in with their oath of office. And I think they're going to be taking it very seriously. And they're going to do a really good job. They're young and they haven't been exposed to the evil that's overtaken most of the governments. I'm not speaking about the land around the restaurant. I think that's a very historic building and nothing should ever happen to it. But I'm here to speak about what the city and the county, mainly the city, what the city is going to do to train their code enforcement officers to keep from killing our kids. This has to end. This cannot continue. And there's a lot of training available. But the city needs to take a stand and dig into this. If this was your own kid or your grandkid, your nephew, how would you feel? That poor kid just had no license plate. No license plate on his car. And it took 5 code enforcement officers, dragged him out of his car, and killed him. I can't even imagine how his family feels. This needs to be taken care of. I'd like to know what steps, measurable steps, the city can take to make sure this never happens again. Could you appoint a committee to research this and find out what's going on? Could you find out how it got so out of hand? It's really on you guys, you know, it's really on you guys. It's your bosses and it goes right up the chain. This needs to stop. I guess I'm out of time, so I turn over whatever's left to the people.
Carolyn, I'm going to apologize in advance.
That's okay, Carolyn L. That's fine.
I wanted to say it, but I got to stay.
Lead Dominicus?
Yes.
Carolyn, Lead Dominicus, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, attempting. And I just wanted to say thank you guys for your volunteerism to serve the community. I know it's not a tough job being on a city council or a mayor. I hope you received my contact note that I sent out the other day to you, outlining some concerns we as the public have with respect to the Chase Allan. But before we get started, I'd like to ask you, is this an open meeting under Chapter 52 of the Utah Legislative Code 201?
This is an open meeting.
It is an open meeting. Is this an emergency meeting under Chapter 202?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Under Chapter 203, written minutes of open meetings, you, sir, are allowed to have the public talk about anything. So are you saying you absolutely won't allow us to talk about Chase Allan and you're limiting us to this? Because I would say that that's an abridgment of our First Amendment rights to redress of grievances. And the murder of a 25-year-old on the streets of Farmington, that's a pretty good grievance.
I think we've already heard from 3 or 4 of you and we haven't shut you down. So
okay, thank you. Now, if you would indulge me for a moment. Thank you guys again for your service. You notice I sent you a note. Marshall, thank you for your comments. What if it was your son or daughter? And challenging what we've been conditioned to accept our rights in your home and your first reaction is to shoot him. Is that how you run your family? Is it? Because I'll tell you that traffic infractions are not law, a violation of the law. People v. Battle, Thompson v. Smith. The highest courts in the land have deemed that personal travel of we the people, unrestricted, not in commerce, is available to everyone without papers. This is not 1930s Germany. Without papers. Now, granted, I do agree that a certain amount of civil structure and infrastructure is necessary to maintain the nice civil society that we have. And we don't want people wantonly driving vehicles that are unsafe or in an unsafe manner or just mowing, fellow citizens over. I grant that the police provide that framework, or that's their intention. I grant that. But when 5 officers murder a 25-year-old on the street in public, that's an excessive overuse of their authority. And as the notes I sent to you via your little contact sheet, under 18 U.S.C. 1512, tampering with a witness, his family is suing you guys, possibly. He's definitely suing the Farmington Police Department and the city attorney in federal court. The fact that he's murdered on the street right before their court case, which was supposed to be the 17th, that's witness tampering. They murdered a witness. Now, you may not see it that way. Then that's going to be up to the final decision-making of the incident team. I heard that the coroner ruled it as a homicide. I'm looking at the video. I spent 10 years in the Navy. I can't believe that this is the tyranny that exists in our cities and towns. I'm astounded by this. I've seen more freedom in the other 25 countries I've been than we have right now here in the United States. And it has to stop. We need to take back our people. We the people power. Government, you're supposed to do our bidding, not your own bidding. And it's supposed to be within the framework of the United States and Utah Constitution. And there is nothing in either one of those that says that the wholesale slaughter of the citizens on the street for a code violation is within their rights. I think I've made my point, and I appreciate your accommodation. My name is Allan. I do live in Ogden, but I work here, periodically in Farmington. And I personally now am afraid to come into your town to do my business because of your police. Now you all, particularly you, sir, are responsible for the conduct of your officers. You're the executive branch and the police report to you directly. You're responsible for their training, for their misdeeds, and their lack of adequate training. And if you looked at any of the video related to this thing, my officer friends here have laid out a very good case to me and to fellow citizens on YouTube videos and to the media who refuse to report that, by the way. They keep reporting the fact that, oh, the crazy sovereign citizen thing. I don't care if he claimed to be Mickey Mouse. He doesn't deserve to be shot on the street at the post office over a license plate. As I said, traffic infractions are not a violation of law. People be bad. Thompson v. Smith, read it yourself. I sent you all a link to a book about right to travel, outlining what our rights are with respect to that. The question you should all be asking is, why don't I know that information? Why do my police officers not know that information? What has gone on in our education and legal framework that has kept that information from us?
Is it buffering? And be next to it.
Thank you for your indulgence. I appreciate it.
Drive that audio, that video.
Walt.
English. English. Like the language you're speaking. English.
English, okay.
How's the audio and video? Please let me know really quick.
I don't live in your city. I live in the city. I have a doctorate's degree. I served our country for 20 years in special forces. I'm Ranger qualified. And I have a criminal investigation degree from the military. I want to see a show of hands how many of you approve of what happened this last vote. for Wednesday on March 1st when this man was murdered. How many approve of
You can give us comment, but we don't respond that way.
Really? I thought this was a democratic society. And I fought for your rights for 20 years, my friend.
This is where we're taking public comment. You're welcome to address us.
Okay, I'll make my public comment. What happened, and you know that's a coward's way out. I'll just let you know that.
Please don't be insulting. Please don't be insulting.
I'm not being insulted. If you take any coward, I said that's the coward's way out. I didn't call him a coward.
Oh, excuse me.
And you're being argumentative.
You're being argumentative.
I'm just asking you not to be insulting in your comments. I don't think that's expecting too much. Go ahead.
For you that are LDS, so you know my background, I worked in the temple for 2 years. I've done 815,000 names to the temple. I believe in personal freedom. And what I saw, and you have to know this, the news media did not report everything that occurred with that young man. That man was dead. No one's talking about this in 4 minutes. In 27 seconds, in 4 minutes, he was dead on the asphalt. In 27 seconds, the officer that first pulled him over called for backup. And I'll call him a coward. I don't care if they like it or not. Because he has a gun, a billy club, spray, a knife, a bulletproof vest, handcuffs, a taser. What is he afraid of? And why did he go so fast? Your police department needs de-escalation training really bad. And you should be there when they give it, but they're not applying it. And how does 5 police officers all show up at this call within two and a half minutes? That never happens. That's not a reality. This was planned. How did the chief all of a sudden show up down there? Why did your people turn off their cameras in 6 minutes? That's tampering with evidence. That policy needs to be thrown out. Because it was designed originally when you have your cameras on, that they're supposed to be on from the time they take it out of the docking station until the evening or whatever their shift's over, they put it back in. They're not to turn them off. You need to find those answers.
Time.
Okay.
And who just said time? What? I think what I'm saying is very important. And these are critical points that the news media carries the water for the police departments. You have a major problem. I know what I'm talking about. You have a major problem in your city with your police department. And this was premeditated murder.